Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again. This is Battlefront 2. We're playing Galactic Assault on Kashyyyk, and this is the nighttime variant. I am using the Assault class, a little bit different to some of my most recent videos, so hopefully you can appreciate a little bit of the different gameplay there. I love the Assault class, but unfortunately the Officer is so good, there's almost no reason to ever play it in my opinion. It's just because the viability and the difference in your scores at the end. Like, I can have a massive tear as an Assault and lead the lobby and get a ton of points. If I was Officer, I would have probably got double/1.5 the points just by virtue of existing. And once you have a differential like that, it becomes very difficult to move away from that class. And it'd be nice if they could give the other classes something that makes them a bit more competitive for points. But as it stands, to compete against Officers in this game, you have to be really aggressive on the objective, or really aggressive with getting traffic and getting kills. And I don't know how much of that you're going to see in this gameplay, because I usually, when I use Assault, I play a very supportive, defensive Kashyyyk, because I like to try and counteract the snipers by using the EL-16, which is a gun that I find to be very, very, very good at long range, but all the other ranges, it doesn't perform as well for me. I would rather have the A280. So as you see just there, we clip those two snipers, see a heavy running that way, put some shots on him, and just seeing the team running up there, trying to see what they can get done. There's a sniper to my left. I'm not too sure what he's aiming at, but he's kind of looking at the wrong part, in my opinion. I think that was an Officer. Oh no, it was another heavy. Get a couple of shots on the heavy. There's my assist. Couple of guys over there. Pick off that guy at a distance. See that guy just there, put some shots on him. Shooting at a specialist. Doing the old back and forth strafing to try not to get hit. Put a couple more shots that way. Here comes the LAT in the sky. Hopefully the team's going to shoot it. And I think I'm going to be pushing up, because I can only do it for so long. I kind of like the idea of holding off people trying to snipe us, but it only lasts so long. And luckily my team seems to be wanting to push forward. It's got a couple of aggressive players. When I swap to things like the A280 on this map, I usually rush this left-hand side as the Assault, and I have a lot of fun with the Vanguard and things. But if you ever see me with this gun on this map, I'm always going to be taking more of a backseat approach. And it's the reason why I picked this gameplay, because it's just a little bit different to what you've seen me do. A lot of people have asked, you know, how do I get better on this game, and how do I play in things, and one of the best things about Battlefront, in my opinion, is if it's not working for you, mix it up, do something different, approach it in a different way. Like, by the end of this gameplay, I'm probably going to have a decent score, I'm probably going to be #1 on our team, and I'm going to get there in a completely different method to the standard methods that you've seen me use. There aren't many levels where I play like this on. There's Hoth, there's this, and there's Crate, and it's only when the mood, you know, really strikes me. On Crate, I like to counter the speeders, and I like to shoot the snipers by hiding behind the AT-AT. On Hoth, I like to go to the left and counter sniper the specialists, and then when you have to start pushing up, I get into the first turret that we overtake, and I spin the turret, and then I counter shoot people with the turret. And it's just kind of a more slow, interesting approach. And there's the smart ion grenade as well that I chucked over there to put some damage on that heavy, and he's ever so slightly alive, and we clean him up with a quick shot, and then the LAT starts strafing us, so I immediately hit toughen up, and I'm hopefully going to get some distance and then start shooting it. This is a public service announcement to everybody who plays these maps that have that vehicle on it. Please shoot it. It does not take that much damage. With a full team shooting it, it will be dead in seconds, and you get 3 points. I don't understand why people allow that thing to fly around, because it kills things in seconds. It's incredibly powerful. You do not want anything to do with it, and the best option is to just take it out. Oh, my smart grenade failed me, and I nearly lost that gunfight. That was lucky. That's why I don't like the EL-16 up close, because I'm not accurate enough and it fires too slow. A couple of heavies just down the way. Put a couple shots on them, but can't quite finish them off. Got a guy just in front of me. We're pushing up on the spawn right here, so just be careful of people pushing forward. Additionally, a lot of guys are going to be over there, but I don't have an Xbox One X, so it just looks like fucking N64 land of smooth textures. So not the easiest thing to shoot some of those guys in the distance, but just aim for the red box. See the red square, aim a bit lower, and there you go. That guy's trying to get 3 points, so we get a free kill. Somebody tried to snipe me just then, want to back up, and we're probably going to start shooting this guy again, because he's back in that vehicle. So 2 shots on that. I've got 6,000 points now, which is enough to buy any hero right on this level. I don't think there are any special ones. Maybe Finn. Not Finn, sorry. Is it Phasma? Does Phasma cost more or less on this map? I don't even know. Anyhow, I think I've got enough for Bosk and for the Emperor, but I'm having fun, you know, just playing a little different. Guy just over there, wow, he disrupted his gun. Poor guy. He didn't stand a chance. Somebody shoot. That's a heavy shooting. You can tell by the colour of the bolt. That is a Darth Maul running around. Good to know. That's a dude shooting me, thinking I'm a bad guy. There's a guy over there, heavy running across the map. Couple shots on him. Can't quite clip him. Somebody's to our left. Couple guys shooting back and forth. There's a plane back to Korea. There's another guy in that vehicle. Get a couple shots on it. Okay, can the team do the same? Come on, boys. Another thing as well, if you're in a tank, shooting that vehicle down is really easy. Like, I don't understand if you're in a tank why you wouldn't do that. The only real problem with being in a tank on this map is that the firefighters, the starfighters, sorry, not the firemen, the planes have realised that they can kill the tanks in like one fucking missile. It's really... Watch this, by the way. Epic Vanguard showdown right here. I am the best player on this game. So if you're wondering, Chris, why don't you use the Vanguard more? That's why. I suck with it. I go hot and cold with Vanguard. Some sessions I'm god tier and I get 6 and 7 man feeds. Other sessions I get in a gunfight like that and I just can't hit a damn thing. But we're sexy Palpatine. This is post nerf, so Palpas cannot shoot through walls anymore, but they gave him a little bit more reach. I must say I don't notice the reach. I really don't. I think it's because the one issue that Palpatine has, if you don't know about him, is that the closer an enemy is to you, the less damage the lightning does. So if somebody's in point blank range, your lightning does almost nothing to them. So you have to get distance. And if players know what they're doing, they'll move towards you instead of moving away from you. And that can put you in a bit of a spot with Palp. I also only have blue cards with him. And don't get me wrong, every single footage of Palpatine you've seen on my channel has been done with like blue/green cards. I have never had purple cards with this character, and I imagine that they make a pretty goddamn difference, because on some heroes, they make a big difference, and it's not enough to make a bad player good, but it's enough to make a good player a nightmare, and that's kind of what's most important as I come upon a Chewbacca who is, unfortunately, not well versed in using his map. And I don't understand that kind of player. I mean, no disrespect to him, Kashyyyk is a very clusterfucky map, especially at night. I can never see the droids on this map at night. They sneak up on me, I can't hear them, I can't see them. It's like the worst combination of everything that can get you fucked. But just then, I did not see Chewbacca. I did not notice him on my map. I was too busy shooting and stuff. Maybe I did when I was playing, but just then I wasn't because I'm too busy talking. So there was a chance he could have noticed that I was somewhere close to him, and he sees a hero, an enemy hero on his map. He doesn't think to find out who that hero is, and I wasn't being very evasive, so he could have knocked me down, stunned me with the grenade, and then killed me with his overload. Chewbacca is a hard counter to Palpatine. He's really, really good at killing him, and for me to do that to him without taking any damage is really unfortunate for him, but at the same time, it shows that he has a long way to go with Chewie. Because it should never do that. It should never happen that way. And it does happen. We've all had it happen. We've all got bodied as our favourite hero, or we've all, you know, got snuck up on, and it's ended badly for us. But maybe he doesn't know that Chewbacca's slam has got almost a sphere of influence, so he could have just done it, not knowing where I was, and it would have knocked me out of the air. But who knows? Maybe it's the first time he's ever played Chewie. You can never tell, can you, in this game? But I'm going to be stalking the fronds coming through this marsh-type area. I really don't like this area. I feel like it's one of those parts where a lot of the stuff you should be able to shoot through, but you can't. And then the clone troopers stand out way too much because they're fucking white. And then the droids literally look like trees. So it's just this weird thing of one team has a massive advantage and the other team sticks out like sore thumbs. And it's I just don't think it's well designed, and I understand they can't go changing the colours and everything because it's Star Wars at the end of the day, but if you could turn the fucking night maps off, that'd be really good, Dice, because I don't know who it is that likes not being able to see 2 inches in front of their face. Like, it's just one of those things I've never appreciated, because all it does is affect mobility. Like, does it make the lighting look amazing? Hell yes. This game is a beautiful game. But you're not playing it because it's a beautiful game, are you? You're playing it because you want to fucking win. You're playing it because you want to get 100 kills as Palpatine. Like, you're playing it for your own little motivations. Once you get past the graphics, it becomes all about the gameplay. And nighttime affects gameplay. Tatooine is the worst, by far. Tatooine feels way darker than this map does. And for some reason, I have no problem with Endor at night. I've just kind of got used to it. But Kashyyyk at night, hate it. Tatooine at night, hate it. And if they bring any more night maps, like I think maybe on Hoth. Hoth could be okay, I guess. But does anybody else feel the same, or are you all loving the night stuff? There's a Luke. Like another thing as well. Saber heroes can't turn their saber off anymore in this game, so all nighttime does is tell you where the hero is when you normally wouldn't see them. Like, they would potentially sneak up on you, but they can't, because they're a huge fucking Christmas tree running towards you with massive glow everywhere. But it does look beautiful, it must be said, as I skate around and find a Wookiee. Wookiees are very scary. Very scary. This guy doesn't know to use his heal, or he's used his heal, because if he'd have done that, he would have stood more of a chance. Additionally, another little tip, guys, that you've already know because you've watched a few of these. The moment you start taking damage by a Palpatine, walk towards the lightning. You're already dead. You straight up are. You've been Kenshiro'd. Try and do some damage to him before you die. Like, it's the same with almost every unit, except for sometimes you can get away as a Wookiee if you know what you're doing. Sometimes you can get away as a hero. It all depends on what hero you are and where you are. Like, if you can lure Palp into a room, or into a corridor, into a place where he can't jump. If anybody flashes him, or anybody uses an acid launcher, all he can do is dash. And if he's flashed, he can't do that. So you have free reign then to shoot him for a good, 4 or 5 seconds? Which is crazy long. And he can't do anything but slowly walk around like a granddad. And that's what you want to be thinking, like, you know. Palp is really, really fair now in the grand scheme of the game. Is he strong? Definitely. He's one of the strongest heroes. Can you go on incredible tears that you almost never go on with some of the other heroes? Definitely. But he can die. And that was the main thing with him. Like, I still think he regens too much HP. I don't understand how he can regen like half his life bar, and heroes like Han Solo can't. That makes no sense to me. Han is literally 4,000,000% harder to use than Palpatine will ever be on that premise alone. Because on Palpatine you don't have to aim. So a hero like Han Solo, you have to aim. Unless you're one of those guys that does nothing but throw his grenade, which is a lot of people, because it's really good. Is that a bad guy? No, we got 2 heroes up here. Who have we got? It's got to be Saber heroes. People love using Saber heroes in here. It's Yoda. Now this gets interesting, because I cannot push Yoda as effectively as I once could, because Yoda got a big buff. I get shot. Look how much life I can get back if I run away right now. Look at my HP. That was nearly 3 boxes worth of HP. That's insane. Absolutely insane that they would give that to this character. I don't agree with it. I think that's one of the things they should have took away from him and given to the other heroes. But on the same logic, I wouldn't mind the game if every hero could heal to full. I really wouldn't. And I know that sounds like a crazy thing for me to say, because I'm more of an advocate of weakness and risk and things. But I feel like being able to get your life back all the time would promote people to actively engage heroes instead of running away from them and hiding from them. And the only reason that a lot of teams lose on this game is because they daren't engage. And right now, the only reason I'm not going in this building is because there's 2 heroes and I'm on my own. Just now, we've got a hero with me. I think it's Boba Fett. Can you imagine rushing an objective with Boba Fett when it's a room? Just don't do it, right? One of these heroes is also Yoda, which makes it very dangerous for Palpatine, because Yoda's incredibly good at countering him. That being said, you can melt Yoda as Palpatine when his block runs out, if you drain his stamina. Is that a Luke? I think that's Luke. It's one of those things I don't really understand about Yoda. Before they buffed him, you used to be able to just wreck him without him doing much. Now, it seems like his Unleash blocking mechanic can block the lightning a lot better. I don't know if you've come across it, but sometimes it can be inconsistent. Now, this is when we get inside, because everybody's pushing, so I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive here. That trooper just went in. That was a mistake by me. I didn't want to have the stupid floaty dance and fall backwards. I was watching some Battlefront 1 footage the other day, and Palpatine can do his dodge like that in mid-air, which changes the angle of how he flies. And I wish we had that, because the biggest thing that bugs me about this character is the fact that you cannot control his rate of descent. It's really stupid. It's the ultimate weakness of Palpatine, because you fall at a predetermined speed, and there's times when you fall off shit, and you're just stuck. You're just in a falling animation while some dude gets to track you perfectly with your sentry. I'm taking a look right now, like just then. If I'd have not hit that wheel just then and been able to boost, I was just falling like a fairy. Really strange. Kudos to this team though, they're doing a really good job of keeping us out of this objective, but we're in now, and this is when it's going to start getting a little bit rough for them, because there's only one hero. It has to be Yoda. Yoda's just fallen. Good job by Virtuos there to be a pretty good Yoda. He didn't have to do much though, did he? Because this is an intimidating push. There's only 2 entrances, and Yoda buffs everyone. That's one of the biggest risks. Not only can he tank a ton of damage and then spit it back, but he gives everybody else the ability to stay in the fight way longer than they should. There's a heavy just over there. Can we grab him? There's a 2 heavy shoot. Oh no, that's a sniper. Oh, interesting. That 2 heavies. There goes Mr. Kalman. There goes a random officer chasing him. And I use Dark Aura as kind of a feeler. I use it as an early alarm system as I'm pushing forward. The moment I start getting hit markers, I know there's a threat somewhere, and then I try, oh my god, look at that. Absolutely filthy 4-man with the chain lightning, even though I think it was a 4-man because it counted the other kill before it. Whew. But there goes the second one. I'm pushing up here to put some pressure on these people. The big problem with Kashyyyk, or one of my favourite problems to point out with this map, is that people are far too keen to stand on the ramp and never ever go towards those 2 objectives. And I get it because I've done it, but I only ever do it if I'm trying to get rid of their tickets as Leia. Anything else I get stuck in, because people are missing out on the most fun aspect of this level. When you're in those buildings, waiting for people to come through those doorways, it is easily the most exciting part of Kashyyyk. It's really, really, really fun. This next phase is fantastic as well, but this next phase is a little bit ruined by vehicles, I think. It's ruined by vehicles and by clipping. But I'm going to be moving up this left-hand side. I see a heavy just there. The only reason I knew he was there is because I got player damage on my screen. That's how I use Dark Aura, guys. And you shouldn't probably use Chain Lightning as frequently as I do, but against heavies, I always do it against heavies because if I need a bit of life, they will give me the life I generally need. There was a grenade. I think he threw a grenade, or maybe he did a battle cry. I can't quite tell. There's an officer somewhere. Can you see him, ladies and gentlemen? There he was. Why would you do that? What? Was that the same guy? He gets shocked by Palpatine and then immediately forgets that he got shocked by Palpatine and looks the other way. Like, dude. Why is there nobody with me, by the way? This bugs me, this. When you see a Palpatine pushing an objective, if he has to press the button, your team has fucking failed, fundamentally. And this is actually going to be a companion piece, this video, between a team that knows what they're doing, on Kashyyyk defending, and a team that doesn't know what they're doing. It's also going to be a team that will not push, and I'm playing the same character doing the same thing, but the results are vastly different. So look forward to that video, guys, because it pissed me off something fierce. But it seems like our team wants to follow this side, which is strange because this side has 3 heroes. The other side, no heroes. This side, 3 heroes. And I'm having trouble sprinting as Palpatine because sometimes he doesn't run, which is kind of weird. But yeah, all our heroes went on the right. I wonder why that is. And now the enemy team has 3 heroes and they're all in the spawn, so I'm assuming they've just spawned. So we've got a Finn, we've got a Leia. What else do you think we've got? You think it's going to be a cyber user? Dude, Chris, there's a guy to your left. You crazy? What are you doing? Who was that? Just a trooper? Oh, here he comes. Somebody's chasing me now. Somebody's on my ass, Yoda. Right. 1v1 Yoda with no cover and no place to stop me jumping. You're in trouble, friend. So now his block. See his block? Way better than it used to be. His block is very good at stopping the electricity now. Did he die? Oh, no, I think he left. Anyway, I'm covered in dirt all over my sleeping gown. Another heavy over there. Saved the chain lightning that time. Wasted it that time. It's so rude though, isn't it, this character? Just running around, jumping like a fairy, wrecking people. There's a Darth Maul coming through. Aura's back. Somebody shot me on the left. Somebody's behind me. There's a guy with a Vanguard. He knows what he's doing. Imagine if more than just him was doing what he's doing. Imagine the effect it would have. But that's the frustrating part about Battlefront. Oh, here comes Leia. I'm going to hunt Leia because Leia's very weak to Palp. We'll see how he handles this. Does he just keep backing up? He flashes. That's good. Flashing's clever. Whoa, flashing didn't stop me from dashing. Wow. So that doesn't even affect your mobility then. Wow. Leia's grenade compared to the officer's grenade, that is so wrong. That is wrong on every facet of this video game. Dice, you so crazy. Good old Dennis getting wrecked as he comes out of the spawn. He's going to be on Reddit. Palpatine's overpowered. This game's not fun. It needs team balancing. Vader, Maul, and the Emperor. This is rough. Oh my god, that poor Wookiee. This is not fair. Somebody stop the match. Somebody throw in the towel, guys. He's smart. Comes with a Vanguard. It didn't help, but he's smart. Do you notice how our tanks didn't get in there till the very end? Who doesn't push the tanks into this hangar? Crazy people, right? But Kashyyyk is so bullshit when it gets like that. What was that enemy team supposed to do? Even if one of those players was a good player, imagine if I was on the enemy team just then, and that's what was happening to us, what would I have been able to do? Other than coming in as Chewie and killing some of the heroes, that would have been so difficult because their team refused to play. And when they refuse to play, there's nothing you can do.